Hello, and welcome to the Anime Omake Podcast, your go-to show for all things anime. My name is Katie.
My name is Eric.
And we're going to be talking about the fall 2020 anime season today. But before we get into that, specifically, I've got some anime-related news to cover. First being the Beastars manga is over.
Yeah, completely over.
Completely over. I had no idea it was even close to ending, and then suddenly I learned that it was totally over.
I had no idea either. I literally did not know until you told me.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
I hadn't seen a single thing about it. I don't know how I didn't see anything about it. I guess I don't follow anybody that reads the manga.
I had no clue it was even close to the end.
Yeah, I
thought
idea.
It had a long time to go, but I guess not.
I hope that the author got to end it like the way she wanted to, at least.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone complain about it, so
Yeah.
That's good. So I guess it was an okay ending at least.
She's the daughter of some other manga artist.
Yeah,
right?
the Baki artist.
Baki.
Grappler
okay.
Baki, the one with the buff guys.
There's a lot of ones with buff
Yeah,
guys.
but they're like scarily ripped. Like too much in my opinion. The series is probably great. I haven't read it, but I don't like them.
Okay. And then the author is starting another manga, prequel origin manga, I guess. I don't know if it's about the same characters or not. It's called Beast Complex, and
Cool.
that is licensed by Viz.
So they're gonna be publishing it. Okay.
Yeah, the physical release looks like it's coming in March, but I think the first chapter comes out in January.
Oh wow, they already got the physical release plan before the first chapter is even out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I
Because
guess they got a lot of hope for it.
Yeah, I hope that the Beastars manga physically probably did really well, so that they know they can publish this and like get an audience.
The anime definitely boosted the sales, like it always
does.
does.
Definitely. I had no idea it even existed until the anime got announced.
I mean, anime are just like glorified manga trailers, especially for
Basically,
Demon Slayer. Like the sales are it beat One Piece a few weeks, I think, which is unheard of.
There was that one video chart on Twitter that just
of the sales,
showed the sales, and it was just absolutely ridiculous.
Speaking of Demon Slayer, the movie comes out in a few days in Japan.
Yeah,
comes out in a few months for us.
Westerners. In North America, early 2021 is the vague release date.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. Probably, so that means like before April, probably.
It'll
hopefully
probably
sooner rather than
online
later.
Before.
Yeah.
Probably see all over Twitter asking for links, like, oh, who has the link? Who has the link?
Yeah, hopefully that like the world will be back to somewhat normal by then.
Define somewhat normal.
To the point where we can like go to the movie theater and like leave the house without worrying about death. But otherwise, hopefully they'll do like a digital release.
I hope so. They did that with Burn the Witch, which wasn't a movie. It was 3 episodes. I think I don't know if it was a movie and Crunchyroll split it into 3 episodes, or I don't know. It's so weird.
It's listed on my anime list as a movie.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's a movie, and then Crunchyroll just split the episodes. The movie into 3 parts.
No idea. Also in anime news, there's going to be a new Godzilla anime, a Netflix Godzilla anime.
Mm-hmm.
And some people working on it are the character designer for Blue Exorcist, and there's a famous animator from Studio Ghibli that is going to be working on it. He did the design for the new Godzilla.
Oh, he designed the monster?
Yeah.
The kaiju?
Kaiju.
Godzilla's technically a kaiju, right?
I think so.
We'll just say he is.
Sure.
But I'm interested in it because it's Bones and Studio Orange. Studio Orange did Beastars, and Bones has done a lot of stuff. Mostly, people know them for My Hero Academia, mostly.
They did Mob Psycho and...
Mm-hmm. And...
Did they do Soul Eater?
Yes, they did do Soul
Yeah.
Eater. I almost said One Punch Man for some reason, but
no, that was Madhouse.
That was Madhouse.
First season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I will admit I'm not like a huge Godzilla fan. I don't know a whole lot about Godzilla. I watched Shin Godzilla, the movie, a couple years ago, and it was interesting. I guess.
Yeah, like if there's a new Godzilla movie in theaters, I'm the last person you will see in there. I don't really care about Godzilla. I played GameCube fighting games that were fun because you could destroy the buildings.
I was at a friend's house and he was like, "Hey, I have Shin Godzilla. We're gonna watch it." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay,
Sure.
It's your house. I guess I have no right to say that.
So yeah, that says 2021. I don't know when specifically 2021, but honestly, that will be coming.
Any anime with a release date right now is very loose. Because anything can get delayed right now, especially.
It's
like crazy.
Disappointing.
It is, but you know,
it's understandable. Yeah,
animators get enough shit already, so
animators don't get shit.
They really don't. They get enough shit, and they also get no shit. It's awful, but
they are so overworked and underpaid, and it's a very taxing job.
Very.
And I can't imagine having to do it like during a pandemic.
I respect people who still do
I respect animators so much, and I hate people on Twitter that are just like, well, this one episode looks really bad because they had to outsource the animation.
Haikyuu.
It's like, shut up. Yeah.
Dating the episode, but Haikyuu recent episode was outsourced to a completely different studio with who isn't really known very well. I forget the name, but it's not a very known studio. And they had a lot of trouble with the character designs, as you can probably tell from some screenshots. And I think most people are joking and good fun, but there are some people who are taking it a bit too seriously. I'm just
so sick of seeing it all over my timeline.
People don't know the difference between art and animation.
Yeah.
They're very similar, but there's a difference. Anyway, I could go on a tangent for an hour about this, but we got a lot to cover.
Yeah. So how about before we talk about fall shows, let's talk about the shows that we liked from the summer.
Okay.
Because there wasn't a whole lot. Summer was kind of dry, but that's because of the pandemic. A lot of shows had to be delayed. But yeah, there were a couple shows that I watched a couple episodes of. I don't think I finished any of the shows that aired in summer, but that's my own fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's not at the fault of any of the series. They're all good series. But we watched a couple episodes of Decadence. I know you finished it.
Yes, I did finish Decadence, and it is very good. Everyone should go watch it. It is a good time. It's only 12 episodes, and it's just fun. It's a good time.
I really enjoyed. I think we watched 2 episodes. I really enjoyed the episodes that we watched. Also, should say this up front, we're not going to be spoiling anything about any of the series that we cover today.
At most, we'll be talking about like some of the first episode.
Yeah, the first episode.
Not past first episode.
Not past the first episode on
like
any
Jiu-Jitsu
of these.
Kaisen has 2 episodes out, but we won't be talking about episode 2. Just 1.
So like the thing about Decadence is that without spoiling anything, it sets up in a way that is completely different from the rest of the series. Like the first episode is not the same as the rest of the series.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here's the series. Just kidding. Here's a different series. I'm going to take that from you and give you a completely different thing. But like in a good way, not like in a ass pull kind of random out of nowhere way. Like if you rewatch it after learning stuff and like watching the series, you see stuff in the first episode that like it's like right in your face. Like
I want to I having watched the first 2 episodes, I know what the twist is. Mm-hmm. And I would love to watch that first episode again and be like, oh my god. It was right in front of me the whole time.
It literally is right in front of you. I'm not kidding.
But you don't think to like question anything about it.
Yeah,
because
you
it's like, oh,
it's a new series. You don't have many expectations.
And it's it's not an adaptation of any kind. It is like
original.
A fully new original series.
Completely original. And that's what I really liked about it, because every week was I look forward to it every week, so I was so excited every week for
That's true of most of the series that I watched in summer, that they were original and they weren't like adapted from anything. And so I had no idea what to expect.
Other than Decadence, there was
Great Pretender.
Great Pretender. We need to finish that.
We need to finish that.
We got
like 5 episodes in.
I think it was like 7 or 8.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's Great Pretender is really good, but it stresses me out because I never know what's coming next. So Great Pretender is a series about con artists.
Yes.
And so it is just constantly, you never know what is true and what is a con.
Yeah, you're watching people get conned, but you're also getting conned yourself.
And it's really stressful. It stresses me out, not in like a bad way, just in a like, I can't predict what's happening, and my brain hates it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
It's a really good show. It's done really well. It's really funny.
I love the main dudes. They're great.
The 2 main character guys are really good. I like the main character girl, Abby. I love her.
Abby, she's something.
I love her so much. And that's Great Pretender is done by Wit Studio. They did like Attack on Titan and Seraph of the End.
Yeah, they haven't done much recently that I know of.
Yeah. They're
not doing Attack on Titan anymore.
No, Mappa's doing season.
Yeah, that got passed on to
final
Mappa.
Season.
What else was there? I watched Fire Force.
Mm-hmm.
Not really much to talk about. It's Fire Force. It's just
Fire
a good
Force.
time. There's not much. It's just I like the animation.
The animation is really good. It's very Bones
consistent.
that does it?
No, it's David Production. They do like JoJo's.
Right.
And there's staff from studio called Shaft who does Monogatari and those anime.
Okay. I just kind of assumed it was
people.
I assumed it was Bones because the author of Soul Eater did it.
I think it's like Okubo or something. Oku something.
Yeah.
But there was also God of High School. I watched the first episode and didn't continue. I heard a lot about it on Twitter. I usually don't.
Crunchyroll pushed it so hard.
They really did. I might go finish it one day, or I might just go read the webtoon. I don't know if I'll finish
it's a
anime.
webtoon. That's right.
I've heard from a lot of webtoon readers that it's just better to go read the webtoon because they rush a lot, supposedly.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like what they did with Tower of God. They kind of rushed a lot.
Yeah, that's what I heard about Tower of God. Although the people that I follow that like Tower of God really like Tower of God.
Yeah, I have a friend who really, really likes Tower of God.
I cannot go a day on my Twitter timeline without seeing Kun or Bomb.
Really? I don't see them that often.
They are everywhere. I think there's this one specific person that just like super stands them. I am also a lot more on the like shipping side of Twitter than you are.
That is very true.
So
I try to steer clear of that area.
Yeah, they have like a ship dynamic that this person I guess really likes.
I can see that. Yeah.
I watched I think 2 or 3 episodes.
I think I made you watch 2, and you were like, "What is happening?" I'm like, "It doesn't make any sense, even if you keep watching it."
I was so confused, but that was spring, so.
Oh yeah, it was. There's no. Well, let's go.
I have watched a couple episodes of Fruits Basket. I think I'm up to episode 6.
That was the second season?
The second season, yeah, but I'm still watching the first season.
Was the second season in summer left over from spring, or did it start in the summer?
I think season 2 started summer.
I can't remember. No, it started spring. So
it was leftover?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm like 6 episodes into season 1, and I enjoy it. It's a fun shoujo. I mostly just watched it because, like, every single one of my friends is or was obsessed with it at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a lot of people's first anime or manga, but I refused to watch the original one because it's just so damn ugly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. No offense to the artist. The artist they're great. It's just not my thing.
The new one, at least, is really pretty, and they made it look really nice, and
but,
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I can't really be saying that because I like Clanad. So
That's lots of people
really
have lots of things to say about Clannad.
Most people don't watch it because of the art style.
Yeah, it's the eyes.
You get used to it. I swear.
I also haven't finished this. This was kind of a leftover because it was spring and then got delayed halfway through. Not even halfway, like after like 3 episodes. Was Fugo KG Balance Unlimited.
Oh, true.
I enjoy it. I think Twitter, though, hyped it up a lot more than...
And we all know the reason why. We all know.
It's because of Daisuke.
It's because of the man. Daisuke.
Because of the man. I do enjoy it, though. It's just that I think Twitter tried to make it something that it really wasn't.
Yeah, I can see that.
Where they wanted it to be... They wanted it to be, like, really action-oriented and... really intense and serious, but it's really more of a comedy.
Yeah, we watched the first episode, I think.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I liked their dynamic.
It's
Haru
really fun.
And Daisuke. I like their dynamic.
It's really fun, and like the other characters that work in their department are really funny. Like the girl that works in their department is just like always giving people snacks, and like Daisuke has never had like a gummy snack before. And he just kind of stares at it like, what do I do with this? And she's like, you eat it. It's a gummy.
Rich people.
Yeah.
Can't stand them.
So those were all I had for summer that I watched. Was there anything else that you watched in summer?
I watched ReZero.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't really talk about that without spoilers because it was season 2, so we can just move on from that. I really like it. It gets a bad rep because of best girl wars on Twitter and online.
Yeah. I will say that there is a specific kind of person that is like ReZero best girl, like whether it's one or the other. It's a specific kind of person that says like Rem or Ram is best girl, and they are like people that I don't want to talk to.
Oh, don't forget Amelia.
That's another one. There's her too.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
It gets worse. No, it's just like I don't know. It's kind of weird to me because they look like children and they're also in maid costumes.
Yeah.
And it just like creeps me out a little bit.
It's a good series.
I've heard that it's really good. I'm just skeptical.
Yeah. I'd say don't let that stop you, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch it at some point.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but my nose is stuffed. I think I did. I can't remember. That's what if I sniffle, that's why.
Sniffles.
I'm very allergies kicked in like a day before we were going to record, and I don't want to push it back because then we'll never record.
Yeah.
So we're here.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and move on to fall?
Yes. The reason why we are here.
Yes. Fall 2020 anime is a lot more promising than summer was. I will definitely say that 100%.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
And there's a lot of like really good shows.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas summer was kind of like bland and like maybe I'll watch some of these, maybe I won't. But like fall, there is a lot of stuff that I was interested in.
Summer was mostly sequels for me.
Mm-hmm.
And fall, I almost said summer. Fall is a lot of new stuff that I'm looking forward to. New
stuff.
I think there's the elephant in the room, the one that starts with a J, but we can save that.
That everyone on Twitter is talking about.
I want to save that for last because we'll talk about that for a while.
Okay,
but, what else is there? There's Haikyuu, which is like coming back over.
Yeah.
If you like
From
Haikyuu,
being delayed.
You'll like Haikyuu. It's obvious, but like if you're watching Haikyuu, you'll keep watching Haikyuu.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Haikyuu, please watch Haikyuu. It is so good.
Very good sports series.
Even if you don't like sports anime, I would recommend watching it.
I was of the mindset that sports anime could not interest me before I watched
A lot
Haikyuu.
of people are like that. A lot of people say that about sports anime, and then they watch a sports anime, and then they cry about it. And they're like, it makes me feel things.
I'm a changed man. I mean, so we might as well tell the story now because it'll come up later. While I was watching Haikyuu, I might have choked on a water bottle cap.
And I had to give you the Heimlich maneuver.
And Katie had to give me CPR. Not CPR, Heimlich. But yeah, I almost died watching Haikyuu.
It's I like that story now because you didn't die, and I think it's really funny. But like, if something bad had happened, it would like scar me for the rest of my life. And
that would
I
have
wouldn't be
stayed
able
on
to
the
like
down
Haikyuu.
low.
But like, now I think it's really funny, and I tell people all the time because I just think it's hilarious. And our friend Jake also thinks it's really funny.
Jake gets a kick out of it.
Jake loves it.
Really does. But as for why I choked on a water bottle cap, not important. Let's move on. So,
anyway.
Next show. What do you want to talk about? There's
you can
a lot.
pick.
Okay, I want to talk about The Day I Became a God. Did you watch that?
I watched the first episode, yeah.
Okay. It's very pretty. I really like the art style.
The art style is really good. I really enjoyed the art
like
style.
their eyes. Their eyes are pretty.
Yes, I liked the Hina. Is that the main girl?
Yeah.
I really like her eyes. They're like multicolored.
Mm-hmm.
I love that like trope in anime characters. There's like some other anime
brightly
characters.
Colored eyes.
Like Leo from Promare has the like tri-colored eyes, and I love it.
But I'd probably watch it if it wasn't written by a certain person who has also written Clannad and many other key works. But I'm mostly watching it because it is written by the man who wrote Clannad and other works by the studio named Key, who does visual novels. Mm-hmm. And it's a collaboration of Key and PA Works. They've done 2 before this. They did Angel Beats and Charlotte. And this is their 3rd collaboration. I actually never watched Charlotte.
All I know about Charlotte is that I see it in all of the like anime OP quiz YouTube
I see
videos.
like GIFs from the opening sometimes, and that's about it. But
I've also never seen Angel Beats. I'm a bad anime fan. I've never seen Angel Beats.
Yeah, you need to watch it. I think it's on Netflix.
I need to watch it. I just know that it's going to wreck me, and I need to emotionally prepare.
The thing with Jun Maeda, I think is how you pronounce his name, with his writing, it starts out very comedic, very upbeat for like half the series, maybe 3/4 of the series, and then it's all downhill from there.
Awesome.
There was literally an interview when this anime got announced, The Day I Became a God, where the Jun was like, I want to write the saddest anime. And I'm like, okay,
awesome.
I'm going to strap in. I'm ready.
Do you want to give like a quick summary?
Yeah. Well, I can give the quickest one. So this girl shows up and she says she's God, and there's 30 days until the world ends. That's about it. That's really all.
She goes to like this random kid and just announces herself, and he's like, "Why are you here?" I'm
glad that when she did show up, the guy, I think his name is Yota, who is voiced by Tanjiro's voice actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can, if you go back and listen, you can tell if you know.
Yeah.
But I like how he doesn't believe at first, instead of being like, "Oh, man, she could be telling the truth. Should I doubt
like,
this
Who
child?"
Are you? Why
it's
are
like
you
you're
doing
just
this?
A lost child. Who is this sassy lost child?
To quote One Punch Man.
Yeah, trying to tell me the world is gonna end, and then like as the episode goes on, she does stuff to prove, and he's like, I still don't believe her, but like she has something wrong with her.
Yeah, there's something, and then she like predicts like a horse race outcome.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, but yeah, the comedy. There's a lot of comedic moments in this first episode, and all I'm gonna say is enjoy them while they last.
Yeah, I'm mad that I enjoyed the first episode because now I'm like intrigued and it's gonna
you
want to
watch
me.
more. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. But yeah, that's that. What else?
I watched the first episode of Adachi and Shimamura.
What?
It is
that?
It's a shoujo ai. It's like girls' love. And
okay.
It's they're in high school, I think, and like there's one girl that always skips class, and then there's another girl that just like so happened to skip class one day, and they ended up like playing ping pong and becoming friends. And but like the girl that always skips class is seen as like a delinquent, and the other girl is more like preppy and quote unquote normal.
That's a very popular ship dynamic.
Yeah, and
is she actually a delinquent though, or just seen as one?
She's just kind of seen as one just because she skips class. But then
she skips class. Okay.
The preppy girl is like, being a delinquent is fun. I like breaking the rules, and she kind of wants to like break the rules a little more, and like she's like, oh, I actually kind of like this, and it's really cute. I watched the first episode of it.
I have seen the key visual for that. I didn't remember the name, but I was looking on my anime list, and I do recognize the key visual. It's very pretty.
It's very pretty. It's really, really cute. And, I mean, the character design is kind of, I wouldn't say boring, but kind of bland.
Not, like,
not in a bad way. Yeah. But it's based on a light novel, I think.
Okay. That's cool.
So, yeah, it was cute, and I enjoyed it, so I will continue that as the series goes.
I'll check it out. I hadn't thought about checking it out, but
I think I heard somebody talk about it, and I was like, oh, I never thought about that. I'll watch it.
Okay, we haven't watched this next one, but Higurashi.
Yeah,
the new one.
Yeah.
I've never watched Higurashi.
Me either.
I know the thing that sucks is that I know the big twist and like what it actually is. I won't say anything because there's probably some people who don't know.
I don't know.
You don't? Okay.
No.
I'm like the original Higurashi, not the new
yeah.
one. But I know what the concept is, so the punch is kind of not there for me, but I still do want to watch it. Or I might read it because it's a manga. It's a manga adaptation.
Oh, okay.
So, because the original one is from like the early 2000s, I think. And I've heard, I don't think this is really spoilers because I feel like everyone knows about this now. The new one isn't a remake. It's not a remaster. It's not. I think it's technically a sequel.
Okay.
From what I've heard. But I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So you can't watch the new one and get everything from what I've heard.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
I didn't either until I saw about it, so.
I know that the character designs are slightly different, and I saw somebody saying that they don't like the new character design as much as the old ones.
The old ones, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion. They're kind of ugly.
Yeah, I mean, early 2000s anime was ugly.
Not the anime ones. The anime ones aren't as ugly, but the visual novel ones, because I think there's a visual novel. The visual novel ones are like, they're not my cup of tea.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about them. They're not like the, I don't know how to explain it. They're very different from like a typical anime character design style.
Yeah.
That would like be normal nowadays, but you're listening to two people who have never watched Higurashi try to explain Higurashi, so
yeah, not even gonna try.
Yeah. Okay. So
I watched the first episode of Taiso Samurai, or it's like the greatest samurai or something.
I forgot to watch that. I was gonna watch English that.
Title. It's really cute. I really enjoyed it. Just a quick summary of it. There's this guy. It's like set in 2002, I think.
Okay.
There was a guy that was a Japanese Olympic gymnast, like medal winner, and it has like an injured shoulder or something, and wants to retire, or like at the request of someone else, goes to retire, but instead of actually retiring, there's like this person that he meets that kind of like changes his viewpoint. He's raising his daughter on his own. He's a single father. His wife passed away. That they find out that in the first episode, so it's not a spoiler.
Okay, so that's the girl in the key visual.
Yeah, the little girl is his daughter.
Right now, yeah. Okay.
And then there's a bunch of other characters. Yeah, it is Mappa.
God, they're doing too much.
They're doing too. Like Production IG is doing a lot this season too.
Oh really? But like not too much in a good way. Too much to the point I'm worried about like crunch on animators.
Yeah.
Because they're doing a lot.
I think though that if there is any kind of crunch, that Taiso Samurai will get hit with it.
Not Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen.
I
also think Attack on Titan will get hit with it. I hope not.
Yeah,
but like,
I doubt it.
At the rate it's going, the thing that scares me is that it comes out in like less than 2 months, and there's no trailer with actual in-episode clips.
Okay.
The only trailer that was out was pre-animated for the preview.
Okay.
It was pre-animated cuts from the manga just to hype up the season.
Yeah.
Not clips from episodes. So that's what worries me. If we get a trailer like within this month with episode clips, then like some of my worry will be lifted, but for now I'm quite nervous.
I don't know. I would say that like since Attack on Titan is so popular and it's the last season, I would say that
I hope
I would hope, yeah.
I hope they don't just see it as like, oh, people will watch it anyway. So
yeah, I would hope not, but you never know.
I want to trust Mappa because their animation is very consistent, but from what I've heard, it's a different director who did God of High School, which was very rushed supposedly. So I hope it isn't as rushed as God of High School because they have to fit a lot in this last season.
Yeah,
I read the manga.
I'm not huge on Attack on Titan, but I know that.
Yeah, there's a lot they need to fit in, but that's not this season. So
yeah.
But anyway, I'm just worried about that.
Yeah.
So there's Hit Mike.
Hit Mike. I know nothing about Hit Mike.
I know Dice.
I know Dice.
One of my friends. If you're listening to this, you know who you are.
And Taylor cosplays Dice.
That is true. Taylor does cosplay Dice.
So.
I remember when we were at ASTL, and I saw Taylor cosplaying, and I was like, "Is that the Hit Mike guy? I don't want to assume it is." I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
And then someone else brought it up. I was like, okay, it is the Hit Mike guy.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about it. I heard that the anime is like rated R or something.
What?
Like you get like a warning at the beginning of the first episode that's like, this is graphic or something. Like,
is there nudity?
I don't know. All I know is that it's like guns are outlawed in this universe or whatever, and instead you have to rap battle instead of like fighting. That's literally it. And I heard that it's kind of like, I would say the best word for it is cringy, but like apparently it's just like kind of goofy, which is like what I expected.
That is so funny. I didn't know that. That honestly makes me more interested in the series now. That is so funny. I love that. I had no clue.
Yeah, it's instead of weapons, the war is waged through words, is what the description says.
If only.
If only.
Yeah, but I know nothing about Hit Mike. I'm waiting. I haven't seen anything on Twitter about it, which is surprising.
Yeah, I thought I would see it all over Twitter because when it was like elusive and nobody could find anything out about it except for like the wiki, I feel like everybody was into it, and now nobody cares.
It was like was it a mobile game or was it just like some random?
I think it was a mobile game.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen like anyone talk about it. That's probably because I don't follow the fandom, but I usually would see like every once in a while people talking about it. But
I think I just saw like a couple people say like, this is really goofy.
It sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, I don't know if it would border on the like secondhand embarrassment kind of goofy though.
Yeah, who knows?
Because I feel like that would impede my enjoyment of it if I was
just
like
sensitive to that.
I'm very sensitive to secondhand embarrassment, and I can't do it. If it was just like that level of goofiness, I'd just be like, I can't do this. I cannot
Example
take this seriously.
One being the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies that you could never watch.
Not even all of them. It was like the third one, I think, was just so bad I could not finish it.
I remember that. Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah.
That's
not I think anime. It was the water park one.
It's not anime, but podcasts
Diary of a
Wimpy
Kid aside.
It's about going on tangents. So if we talk about Diary of a Wimpy Kid, it's fine. It's fine.
It happens.
There's Osomatsu.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm not like huge on Osomatsu, but I think it's funny, and I'm gonna watch it because I need something to bring me joy in the world right now.
I've seen the first episode.
The first episode is nothing like the rest of the series, though. I mean, it's funny, but like, I would say my like quick description of Osomatsu is that a group of sextuplets that are all awful people, and they're all terrible in their own unique ways.
Cool.
And it's just stupid. It's so
I don't know
dumb.
much, but I do know that it's done by the same studio that does Black Clover, and there was one episode where you could see them in the background of Black Clover. They were just in the background, and they had like Black Clover outfits.
Why?
And I was like, okay,
yeah, whatever. They might as well just do that.
It was pretty funny. I think it was like for their anniversary or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it was funny.
God.
Oh man. What else?
I don't have anything else except for the elephant in the room.
Oh, isn't there the Noblesse?
Yeah, I heard about Noblesse. I haven't watched anything about it. That's Production IG's other thing aside from Haikyuu.
Oh, they do. Oh, yeah, they are doing that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it except for the fact that apparently there's like an OVA that you have to watch before like episode 1 for anything to make any sense, because it's basically like episode 1 is episode 2 and the OVA is episode 1.
I did hear about that. I saw someone tweet how like they put episode 1 on Crunchyroll but not the OVA and didn't tell anyone about it.
Okay, that's so, like, all right.
The trinity of webtoon anime adaptations is not going very well.
It's not.
From what I'm hearing, like Tower of God, God of High School, and depending on how it's the first episode, so we can't really say much. But I will probably. I'm very interested to see, because like I don't think any directors or anime producers know how to pace a webtoon yet.
Yeah.
Because it's very different from like manga.
Mm-hmm. Manga, they've got that down pat, and they know how to do that.
It's usually like, especially for like shonen anime, it's like 2 chapters per episode is a good pace to go. But like webtoon chapters can be really long.
Yeah.
Or like really short.
I didn't know Noblesse was also a webtoon.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I just heard that it's like, oh, it's sci-fi, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
I think it's vampires too.
Vampires sci-fi?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But
I just open the description and I just see Frankenstein. Okay. I don't know. It's something.
No offense if you like Noblesse. But we know nothing.
Oh yeah, I am just ignorant to Noblesse.
Yeah, it's part of the trinity of Crunchyroll webtoon collaboration.
Okay.
Anime, which didn't go very well. Apparently.
No, hopefully it goes better.
Next webtoon they decide to turn into an anime.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to mention an anime before we move on. Which one was it? It's called Majo no Tabi Tabi. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's like.
Do you know what the English name is?
The Journey of Elena.
Okay.
It's just all I know about it is it's like a witch going on an adventure.
Okay.
And that's about all I know. And her name is Elena.
All right.
And I saw the preview and it looks cute.
I think I saw the like key visual image, but I don't know anything about it.
She's got a big witch hat, and I like characters with big witch hats. So
yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I'll probably watch that soon. But okay, onto the one. So Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen is the new big Shonen Jump manga to be turned into an anime, and it is everywhere, literally everywhere.
You cannot exist in like an anime related space on the internet without having seen anything about Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen.
Very much so.
Not only is it like really popular, but also like Crunchyroll is pushing it super hard, and like they should, because it's really good.
It's very good. It is. I'm surprised with how good it is. I'm very satisfied. I wasn't a huge fan of it before the anime. I meant to like get into it long before the anime came out, but I just kept like putting it off. So I just became like a fan of it recently. But I didn't know like, it was obsessed a thing with it. Oh, really?
Yeah, I had no idea that it existed until, like, you mentioned it. You were like, oh, this super popular Jump manga is getting an adaptation.
Yeah, it's, like, one of the new big Jump manga. But I'm loving it so far.
It is really good. Apparently, people were complaining about the opening. I don't know what they said about it, but somebody said that like people were complaining about the opening, and I'm like, that's like the best part of it. What are you talking about?
I saw some people say stuff about the song, and I can understand having different music tastes, but like people in the tweets are calling it like trash and garbage, and it's like it's not trash to some people. So yeah, I don't think you should be called. I think you should be like, it's just not my thing.
There's a difference between, like, having a music taste that's different from somebody else and, like, objectively saying this animation is really good.
Yeah.
Because the animation in the opening is amazing.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I think the funny thing is I follow like a few animation centric people on Twitter, and like the opening was completely outsourced. No one at Mappa worked on that opening.
Really?
Yeah, it was all like just popular, very good animators. And
okay, that makes sense.
I'm glad they did that. It doesn't worry me at all because the anime itself looks amazing. But that's why the opening looks like 10 times better than the anime, which already looks great.
Amazing, yeah.
And then the ending.
The ending is really cute.
God,
I love the ending.
I've been listening to that song on repeat.
I love endings that are, like, they don't take themselves super seriously.
It's just such a good time.
It's like a feel-good thing, and I like that especially out of a show that is so, like, heavy.
Yeah, it's very dark. I'm
trying to think of, like, what other shows kind of do that. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But it's a thing that I've recognized that I like to see.
Kekai Sensen is pretty dark, and they have
I have never seen Kekai Sensen. I've never seen anything about Kekai Sensen, but that ending slaps so hard.
It's so good. I didn't finish it. I got a few episodes in. I need to finish it. But
it is on my never-ending watch list.
The ending does not fit at all.
Yeah.
And that's the best part.
Yeah.
Same with Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen.
Yeah. I would say, I said like Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen is Mob Psycho if Mob Psycho took itself seriously and wasn't a comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of the same kind of vibe with like supernatural, curse kind of things and the like occult club. But it's like Mob Psycho is like Mob figuring out his emotions and learning how to be like a human around other people.
Yeah.
And Jujutsu Kaisen is like, oh, here, I'm just going to throw you into it and you have to figure it out.
Yeah. The concepts are similar, but the themes are pretty different.
Yeah. The like tones of the show are
like there's
different.
There's comedy in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
But it's just because it's a shonen manga. There's
but I
always,
wouldn't say, I wouldn't categorize it as a comedy anime.
Yeah. I wouldn't either.
Yeah. Whereas like Mob Psycho, I would definitely... Mob Psycho is hilarious. I love Mob Psycho.
It is so funny.
It's so funny.
Love one has such a way with comedy.
I thought you were going to talk about his art, which is also...
Oh, yeah, his art is pretty funny too. But
I love
it's very charming.
It is, yeah.
But
it's so itself. Like it doesn't take itself seriously, and that's the best part about it.
I love looking at it. That's all I can really say. I just love looking at it. It's so funny. But back on the topic of the opening, I love the song. It's a great song. I don't really like using the word stan, but the creator, the artist Eve, I've been listening to his music for a long time. I don't want to use the word stan, but I guess nowadays that's like a good way to describe it. But I love his music. I'm probably biased.
You are a fan.
I am a fan. I'm not a stalker fan.
Yeah.
Take the stalker part out and it's just fan.
Just fan.
I'm a fan. But yeah, I love his music. He's also doing a song for a movie that we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that man. He does great music.
Speaking of movies, there are quite a few movies that are going to be airing during the fall season that I'm actually really interested in, which sucks because
everything's shut down.
Yeah, usually around here we get like where we live, we get a decent amount of anime movie premieres.
Yeah, we have a lot of theaters around us, so like if one theater doesn't have it, usually a different one does.
Yeah, and so we usually go and see them, and like there've been a lot of really good anime movie premieres that we've gone and seen, and it's like an event to go and see it at the movies, but can't really do that right now.
I love seeing anime movies in theaters. It's so fun. The energy is just so good. Like seeing Heroes Rising in theaters was
that was amazing.
I'll never experience something like that again unless they make another movie. But oh well. But yeah, seeing anime movies in I'm not ready to see the Demon Slayer movie.
The Demon Slayer movie is going to destroy me.
In theaters.
No,
probably shouldn't say much because
we're not gonna say anything about the movie itself.
It's gonna be so pretty.
It's gonna be gorgeous because Ufotable always absolutely destroys everything they create in like the best way possible.
And with a movie budget,
that's going to be ridiculous.
Have you seen, like, clips from their Fate movies?
I don't think so. Did they do the Violet Evergarden movie too?
Or no, Kyoto outsourced? Animation does that.
That right, duh. Anyway.
KyoAni does all the Violet Evergarden stuff.
I confused the two because they're both gorgeous.
Amazing, yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. But no, I haven't seen anything about the Fate movies.
Yeah, KyoAni has such a distinctive style.
I love
but
KyoAni.
The Fate movies, I've seen clips from them, and they are insane. They look so crazy.
I watched Tales of Zestiria, The Cross, I think is the technical term, like the technical name
for
the anime. And the anime itself for Tales of Zestiria, the plot didn't make a whole lot of sense, but it was gorgeous, so I watched it anyway.
Yeah,
because it was Ufotable.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever Demon Slayer started getting popular, there were a lot of people being like, "Oh, it's just carried by animation," which it isn't. In my opinion.
It's not. But I mean, the animation definitely helps.
Oh my god! If the I will say, if the animation wasn't as good as it is, it wouldn't have gotten as popular.
Oh no,
and that's
absolutely
just
not.
A fact.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't really say it's a fact, but it kind of is.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, like episode 19.
Oh.
That episode alone, like, skyrocketed the popularity. Again, we're not going to talk about plot specifics, but that episode alone, if you know what we're talking about, you know.
You know. But, like, take Black Clover. I think that it's honestly a really well-written series, but no one watches it because of the animation. I don't even watch it because of the animation.
Yeah.
I just read the manga. I watch episodes every once in a while when they're directed by and, like, storyboarded by really talented people. I mean, every animator is talented. I didn't mean to say that. The people who are, like, the big names, who always put their 100%, 101% into making sure the episode looks as great as possible.
Mm-hmm. The, like, Sakuga.
The Sakuga.
Kind of people.
The Sakuga.
I don't even know what the, like, English translation of that word is. Like,
it's
like
it's
good
just animation. It's just animation.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was like an intense kind of thing.
I'm like 99% sure it just means animation.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I want to watch Burn the Witch.
I have a confession to make.
Okay.
I watched it. I was bored.
I hate you.
I was really bored and I watched it.
I need to watch it.
I was just gonna watch the first episode, then I watched all of it. It's very good.
Yeah, it's the creator of Bleach.
Yes, and it's set in the same universe.
Oh, it is. Okay, I know nothing about Bleach at all.
I want to read it really bad. I know it's that, like, a lot of people see it as that, like, oh, meathead shonen manga, but I have a lot of friends who are like, no, it's genuinely a really good manga. Even like Charlie, doesn't Charlie like Bleach?
I think so.
Because I'm pretty sure Charlie likes Bleach.
I just know that Bleach is, like, really popular, and I am of the mindset that if something is really popular, it's probably really good. Like, I think the opposite of, like, most people on Twitter.
It's the opposite of most Twitter user
most
mindset.
People think that if something is popular, it's overrated or whatever, but, like, if it's popular for a reason.
And things can be overrated,
but
that's not a good criticism.
No, it's
not a good reason to not watch something,
no,
in my opinion.
But Burn the Witch just looks beautiful, and
it's
I
very
want
pretty.
To enjoy it.
I'm pretty sure Crunchyroll just split it up because it is definitely movie quality anime, but it's very good.
I definitely need to watch it. I just need to, like, set aside the time to watch it.
It's just like 60 minutes, 3 episodes, 60 minutes. I watched it in one sitting.
Okay.
So
movies just take a lot out of me for whatever reason because
it's split into episodes, so it might be easier for you.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll do that this coming week.
Yeah, you should. It's very good.
So that's already out. Burn the Witch is already out as of recording this.
That got released
digitally.
On digital.
Yeah.
Which I was shocked by.
I'm glad that they did that, though. I think that is a really good move.
And I was
specifically
hoping,
right now.
I was hoping that Demon Slayer would too.
Yeah. I'm kind of holding out hope that, like, they will eventually, if, like, they're not able to do a theatrical release over here, that they will do it digitally, because that is an option.
Mm-hmm. And like theaters in Japan are open, and like they're open because
Japan is doing a lot better than we are here in the
Given
States.
movie.
Don't talk to me about the Given movie. I want to watch it so bad. I'm so sad.
That people went to see that in theaters.
Yeah.
So.
What else? The Jose, the Tiger, and the Fish. That comes out on Christmas.
Yes, I think I'm looking forward to Demon Slayer because I know what happens, but I'm looking forward to Jose because I don't know what happens, and I'm looking
Bones
forward
is doing
to seeing
that one. Also.
Bones is doing it, and Eve, the guy I was talking about earlier, who did the Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen opening, is doing the ending song for it.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm very excited for that full song to come out.
Yeah. It just looks really pretty, too. It's, like, really cute. And it's not like a high school romance. It's they're, like, in college.
Yeah, I think they're, like, early 20s.
Mm-hmm. And, like, the one girl is in a wheelchair, and the other guy, like, helps take care of her.
The guy is her caretaker, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure why she's in a wheelchair, but...
Yeah, I'm sure that'll get addressed in the movie. I know nothing about it. Is it, like, a manga or a light novel or something?
It is originally just a novel.
Oh, a novel. Okay.
And then it got a live-action adaptation, like, a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been a decade ago. I don't know. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
But now it's getting an anime.
Okay.
So
I trust Bones.
I do too. I trust Bones a lot.
There's the surfing anime is a movie. I thought it was going to be a series.
Yeah, I think it was going to be a series, but I think they changed it to be movies instead.
I had no idea. I just saw it. It's getting... When is that releasing? It's going to be like I think it's going to be a similar thing to Burn the Witch.
Or it's online.
Or at least it's going to be split up into like 3 parts.
Oh, okay. But it's probably going to be like 3 full-length movies.
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't look into it too much. But it airs between October 2nd and October 31st. Okay. And I think there's 3 episodes.
Cool.
I am interested in that because I want to watch pretty surfing boys. It just it piqued my interest when the PV came out.
Yeah.
And so it did with everybody else on Twitter that was...
It came out a while ago.
A while ago, yeah. I would say that it is of the same vein of like people that enjoyed Yuri on Ice were like, oh, pretty surfing boys, pretty skating boys. Yes.
Yeah, that's a connection there.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm interested. I will watch it.
Yeah, I remember when the PV first came out. I saw it like on my feed, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. And then it just went dark for like months. Like no news. Yeah. Nothing about it. And I guess recently it got announced that it was going to be movies. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. What's the You Are Beyond?
Yeah, it's like Kimi no something, Kimi wa Kami or something, I think is the translation. I don't know. It just looked really interesting and it just looked pretty and it's kind of like a fantasy.
I'm looking at it, yeah. Kimi wa Kanata.
Yes, that.
It does look pretty.
I just saw that on the anime charts for the movies, and I was like, oh, interesting. I will check that out.
Oh, that comes out next month.
It does. November 27th that comes out. But again, I don't know if that's just a theatrical Japanese release or not. I assume it is.
Most likely is. Mm-hmm. I don't think... It doesn't seem like the movie we'd get in the States.
Yeah, I don't know because
they cherry pick movies they bring over a lot.
But then they'll do like a second release here where it was like Silent Voice. They kind of like after it got really popular, they were like, "Oh, here, take this."
I'm like 99% sure we'll get Jose in theaters.
I hope we do.
But I hope we get this one too. But I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. I've never heard of what Digital Network Animation is. The studio.
Yeah, I don't know.
They've done 2 things: the movie and a thing that is just unknown on everything.
Cool.
It's not out yet, so they're very new. Mm-hmm. So their movie is their first work. Okay, cool.
Interesting. I'm gonna keep my eye on that.
Yeah, I'm interested.
The other movie that I wanted to watch this coming season was it's a Shonen Ai BL movie called Yes, No, or Maybe Half.
Oh, that's the...
It's like a really weird Japanese title.
I know what you're talking about.
I honestly am only going to watch it because it's BL.
Yeah.
But because I mean, most of the time it's okay. Like BL stuff is okay, and it's gotten better as the years have gone. Like BL stuff has gotten better as the years have gone on. But I don't know. I don't know anything about it, honestly. Yeah, TV announcer guy, I guess. And then he has a secret, apparently. And I assume the secret is that he is gay. Because that's always the secret.
That's always the secret.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was that one movie that just came out. I forget the name. But it's also...
that's Ubime no Etange.
Yeah, but that's not fall. That was summer.
That was summer. I also want to see that, but I don't know when I will get to. But that also looked really cute.
Probably when it comes out on Blu-ray in Japan and then gets put online.
Yeah. That one I think was definitely more like cutesy. I think this one is more like not serious, but I guess more serious, more like adult oriented. I think it's like the characters are older adults.
They look older.
And I think that the Ubime no Etange, the characters are like teenagers.
Yeah, I like the vibe. It's very tropical.
Yes.
Tropical vibe.
Very tropical. And that's it for me for movies. Was there any other movies that you were interested in?
Nothing this season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Let me just scroll through the movie list real quick. No, not really.
Yeah.
I don't think... I mean, there's stuff next season, but we're not talking about winter yet.
No, we will do an episode for winter when that comes.
When the time is right.
Because winter also, at this point, looks very promising. I'm very excited.
There's a lot.
I'm glad that we're like getting back on the grind of like a lot of weekly series because summer was pretty dry in that aspect.
Yeah, I really only, I guess, I mean, compared to you, I kept up with a lot more. I kept up with 3 shows.
You do that frequently. You keep up with a lot more than I do. This season, I'm actually watching a lot more. It depends. We'll see in a couple weeks if I'm continuing to watch most of those because sometimes I fall off, and by sometimes I mean almost always.
Yeah, but hopefully the podcast will give you some drive to...
It'll give me like accountability to actually watch it.
If you don't watch any, once the season ends, we're not going to have anything to talk about.
No, you'll just talk for an hour, and I'll just sit here.
Yeah. So, I want the day I became a god to be very good.
I hope so. I hope it's going to be good. I have high hopes for a lot of things this season, which is probably bad. Because, you know, if you have higher expectations, it is easier to crush them.
The harder it'll fall.
The harder they fall, yeah. But I'm hopeful. I would like to have a little hope right now. Just a little bit as a treat.
That's really all we need.
That's all I want. All I want is like something, one good thing, one good anime season I would like to have. And honestly, if Haikyuu was like, even if Haikyuu was the only thing airing this season, I'd be happy because I just love Haikyuu so intensely.
Yeah. But, I want it. I want this season to be good. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to find the right words, but I can't really. So I just want this season to be good. That's all I wish for. And Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen is 24 episodes.
Oh, okay, it is.
So it'll probably carry over unless it might get like a season break and then continue.
Yeah, like the core
depending
break.
on how the production is going and the scheduling and all that. We'll find out when that happens, I guess.
Yeah, I am hopeful about this season.
Anime.
That's
I don't know what
stuff.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've said everything I want to say.
Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to cover about what's coming this season.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty good coverage of everything. We went over like stuff from last season too.
A little bit, yeah.
If you haven't watched Decadence, go watch Decadence. If you haven't watched Great Pretender, go watch Great Pretender.
That this is at me specifically. I need to finish both of those.
Well, we both need to finish Great Pretender.
Yeah, I need to finish Fruits Basket.
True, and if you haven't checked out any of the things we mentioned, go watch them.
Please, yes, I would definitely recommend everything that we talked about, specifically the seasonal
the ones
anime.
we know about.
Yeah, the movies, obviously, we don't have any kind of idea of, but definitely the seasonal anime that we talked about, definitely go check them out. If they sound interesting to you, I would definitely recommend everything that we talked about.
Yeah, just go fly to Japan, check out the movies,
Yeah, just go.
Because people can
and
do that.
Record them and send them to me, because specifically if the given movie is still airing, we can do it under the table. Please, I want to see it so bad. I am dying. Please, help me.
You will get nothing in return.
No, you'll get nothing in return. I'll give you the 10 cents and my ever-loving affection.
10 cents is too much.
Too much? Not for the I don't know. For the given movie, I would pay 10 cents for.
I guess it's like a fee for their plane ticket.
Yeah, you can cover. I'm not covering your plane ticket. I don't have that kind of money.
They're paying for everything.
No, yeah, but I would like the convenience of watching and crying at the given movie.
With a shakily recorded iPhone recording.
Yes, I will take anything, but and also you have to subtitle it because I don't speak Japanese.
Oh, that's true. We'll just learn Japanese. It's not that hard.
Okay, sure. All right, I'll get on that. I'll get right on that.
Well, it's just a language.
It's just a whole language.
It's just an entire language with multiple types of characters, and
it's so much.
I tried to learn it. I need to get back on that.
Yeah.
I don't know much.
I don't think you're a true anime fan unless you've tried to learn Japanese at least once.
Yeah. Well, most people just learn it from random words from
I know so many
episodes.
Random words from anime.
I know some like animals like tori, inu, neko.
I know that all from Haikyuu. Haikyuu contributed to all of my Japanese animal word knowledge.
I feel like I knew pig because a lot of characters call people pigs. They say it.
I don't remember it off the top of my head.
I don't know, but they mostly use it as an insult, not to reference the animal.
Yeah.
But that
is it. Ino? I think it's Ino.
Ino?
Inosuke?
Is that boar? It might be boar.
It might be boar. Anyway, let's learn Japanese so I can watch the movie.
We know Japanese.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much all for today. Next week, we're going to talk about anime that makes us cry.
Yeah, I got a lot. I'm ready.
Eric has a lot of that. Eric is definitely one-upping me on this category already, but I'm an emotional person and I cry at things that shouldn't make me cry. So, yeah.
I watch emotional anime to feel something.
Yeah.
I think we should do this thing at the end of episodes where we like recommend an anime or a manga.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't bring up one. Do you have any ideas? Let me look at my anime list real quick. This is kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was like, oh yeah, I kind of want to recommend an anime.
I can edit this out.
No, just keep it in. It's a podcast.
Okay.
It makes it more genuine.
Okay.
Okay. Watch. No, wait, don't watch that. Watch Awari no Seraph.
Yeah, watch Awari no Seraph. That's a good one that isn't super popular anymore.
And read the manga too.
Read the manga so that you can cry with all of us on Twitter because Jesus Christ, we're having a bad time right now.
I love anime. I love Japan. I love it. I hate anime so much.
I'm a broken man. I am a shell of a human.
but watch A Warrior No Syrup. It's very good. It's 2 seasons of 12 episodes, and the manga is in the 90s of chapters. It's monthly updates.
Yeah.
Like 50-page-ish chapters.
Mm-hmm.
My voice is slowly getting worse. So I think we should wrap this up unless you have anything else to say.
No, that is pretty much it. Thank you for listening. Join us next week for the anime that makes us cry.
Yeah, please join us next week.
You can visit our website at animeomakepodcast.com and subscribe for future episodes. Yeah, well,
hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.
See ya. Bye-bye.
See ya.